Welcome to this video tutorial for custom fields. Streaming video provider now gives you the ability to create custom fields. This allows you to add custom metadata to your videos, which gets displayed in your video applications. This is extremely useful if you want to provide your viewers with extra information about your videos. For example, if you have some video seminars and tutorials, you could automatically display the speaker name outline, contact information, and links to related documents. If we have a look at this little demo that I created here, you'll be able to see some of the information that I'm using with the custom fields. For example, I've created this little demo which has a few videos in it. These videos are parsing information such as short descriptions, long descriptions, links, and even images into the videos and the video application. For example, if we click on Iron Man, you can see the title is changing, the long description is changing, also a new link is being added and a new image is loading for that specific video. Let's have a look at a few other ones so you can see how it changes throughout. So as you can see, it can be very useful and very powerful tool for your own videos and video applications. Let's dive right into it and I'll show you how to create them. If you log into your own panel, to create and set up your custom fields, you will need to click on Account, Integration, Custom Fields. Here you'll be able to create new custom fields that you would like to use. So, for this demo, we're going to create a couple of different custom fields. First one, I want to have an image loader that loads a few images. So we give it the field name of image. Then we also have a field type. In the field type, we can choose how we want to populate the image and how we want to populate the information in the video descriptions. So you have things such as text. You could also add radio tags, radio groups, drop-down lists, and other different types. For images, you have to use the image tag. So we're going to save this one. Now, I would also like to add one which is going to be links. So link is going to be a type of text. So we're going to parse on the text, and in the video application, we're going to choose that text to be actually a clickable link. I'll show you how to do that shortly. So if we click on text and save it, so now we have image and we have a link, and we would also like something, for example, location. And this time, instead of choosing text, you could just choose text, meaning that you would have to type it in when you go into the video settings. Or we could use, for example, radio groups and give it different values, such as I'm going to give it one UK. The next one's going to be US. The next one's gonna be Spain, for example. So I've given it 3 different choices, which I'll be able to choose from in our video settings. So let me go and show you how to populate the custom field data within your videos. So now that I've chosen a few here, go back to my panel. Under my videos, for example, here I've got a few trailers sitting all together. So next to the video that you'd like to populate, click on the settings button. Here your standard settings, scroll down. I've already populated the short descriptions and the long descriptions for each video. This information will be passed on to our video application shortly. I will show you how to do that. But now if you scroll all the way down, you will see here we have custom field values, and it now displays all the 3 ones that we have created. So, for example, for this movie, I'll choose location as US. The link, I'm going to copy a link that I've copied earlier from the internet. So that's where I want to send my viewers to when they click on the link. And image, we're going to choose an image that corresponds to that particular video. Once we've chosen all the items, including the image, we just simply click on Save Changes. This will have saved our changes and returned to our panel. Now we're going to do that for all the videos that we have and that we want to populate. Now that we've populated all of the custom fields for each video, we're going to simply go over to the Video App Studio and now add the different fields into the video application to parse it on. So we've got the trailers, we've got the videos here, we've done all of the information. So let's go over. Simply click on the Publish on your website button. Now we need to simply choose the Video App Studio button. We start the Video App Studio. In Video App Studio, you will obviously need a template that's big enough to hold all of that extra information that you want to add to it. I've already created a custom one to use today so that I can show you how it all works, but you would need to rearrange it for yourself, or you would obviously, we would create some for you that you will be able to use at a later stage. However, currently you would have to create your own custom canvas and template. So here I've got custom fields demo, which is the one that you'll see in the custom fields website as a demo. So as you can see, I've got the player, I've got my playlist there, and I've got this empty area that has nothing in it at the moment. So if we click preview at the moment, you will see that this will load the video application. You know, here it's loading my short description at the moment automatically already with the title. But if I click on any of these videos, nothing appears there. So I'm going to show you how to add all of that custom data to load automatically into your video application. So, as I mentioned earlier, there's 3 different main types of elements. One is text, so that will only bring text onto the stage. The second is links, which will obviously make a clickable link in that moment. And the third one is images, so that will obviously load the images that we've added earlier on as well. So let's start with a few basic ones for you. I'm going to show you how to create the title. So for text and titles and things, go to Visual tab, and then we're going to choose the text element. So we're going to drag the text element onto the stage. Each element has its own set of properties. You can change obviously the text that is displayed within it to whatever you want. You can change the color, etc. And you can resize on how big it's going to be and how big the area is going to be that it uses up on the canvas. So you can either do that by dragging, or you can use the input fields below to change the sizes. So that's what I'm going to do, but you obviously can do it whichever way you would prefer. So let me just set that all up. I'm going to move it over 137 pixels in, 283 pixels down. The width is going to be for me 453. The height is going to be 31. Actually, let's make that a bit smaller so it fits in there better. So I'm going to use, the font is going to be Arial black, and I'm going to choose a white color for it, because we have a dark background, so I want to load a white color to it. And because it's a title, I'm going to choose a size of 14. Okay, so that was the easy part. So we've got a bit of text there. It's showing the sizes, it's showing the colors, etc. But now we need to tell it how to actually load that custom data that we've created. So at the moment, I'm just going to simply load the custom data of the title. So we're going to choose a data source, which we're going to have to choose the video player. So we only have one video player, so we'll choose video player 1. And now the data field. The data field is the one which tells the video application what to load. So you have video title, short description, long description, or any other custom field that you have created. So I'm going to tell it that I want the video title to be loaded into it. Gotta just adjust that size a little bit. So if we click on preview now, will generate a preview for us, which will simply only load the video title into that box. As you can see, the video title keeps changing to the corresponding video that we're watching. So that's how it works for all of them throughout. So I'm gonna just go and build them all for you and show you how to do it. So now I'm going to want to add the long description for the video. So I'm just gonna drag another text box in here, and I'm going to position that text box. And now that I've positioned the text box, I'm going to choose once again. I want it to be Arial black. I want the text once again to be white. Now this time the data source will be once again the video player 1. And the data field, instead of the video title, obviously I want to load the long description this time. So I've chosen the long description, and that will load that long description of the video. A little trick, if you want to put something in front of the parse data from the video settings, from the custom data fields, you can simply just add a title to it, such as, for example, description. So that's text that I just wrote, which is description, is always going to be static there, but I also want the data to be parsed on, and to parse on the data, you put the word data in brackets, like so. And now this piece of information will be replaced with the custom fields data. If we preview that once again, you will see it's now loading my description, and it's putting the static text in here as well. So if we jump through all the videos, you'll see it will always load the long description that I've obviously populated. So far so good. Let's add another piece of information, shall we? So this time we've done the title text, we've done the description text. Now I want to add a link. So we created obviously a custom data field for links earlier. We've populated all of them, so let's add it. So text is purely for text. Let me explain you how this whole thing works here. Under visual, we've got text blocks. Text blocks will create text, make them jump always to the next line and format them all correctly. However, text is always going to be static, so you can't have any links or anything within it. So if we wanted to use a link, we need to use the label element, and we're going to drop it down because the label element is actually allowing us to use links. We're going to drop it down. I'm going to once again change the color. This time I'm going to choose a blue just to differentiate itself, make it bold, and change the size to 9. And let's do a bit more positioning here. Okay, so that's how I want it to be sized and positioned. Now this time the data source, once again, it's going to be video player 1. And the data field is going to be the link data field that we've created. So let's have a look where it is. Here it is. It's called link. Simply click on that. Format is automatically. And so this is the data field. This is what is being displayed to us. Now, you also have a link field when you're using links under the label elements. So the link field allows us to actually have a different URL than what's being displayed. So you could have data field displaying one thing, but when somebody clicks on the data field, the actual link field to be something else. So the URL where they're going to. So for this demo, it's just going to be the same thing. So it's going to be linked twice. So we're going to see the information that's being parsed from link, and it's going to be clickable from the link field as well. So let's have a quick preview. And you can see the link is being parsed on fully. And if we click on the link, it will actually open the website for the link. So if we jump through the videos, you'll see it will pass on the link throughout. So obviously, as you can see, there's a little gap here, so I need to readjust it a little bit and put it to the right space. There. So now we've just closed the gap that was there before. So now I've shown you two of the main elements. One was the text, one is label for links. Now comes the last one, which is images. With images, obviously allows us to load the images. So we're going to drop the image element onto the stage, and we're going to resize it to what we want to have it as. So let me just change that here. So now I've resized it to the size that I wish to have. We're going to choose a data source, which this time is, as usual, video player 1. And we're going to choose an image field, which the image field is the only one that exists, which is obviously called image in that moment. So that will pass on the images that we've uploaded to each of the video settings. If I preview it once again, we should see the final product now. So here we see the title is being parsed on, the description is being fully parsed on, also our link is fully passed on, and even the image that we've uploaded. So if we jump through them, you can see everything changes to the corresponding data that we've uploaded for each video. And that's it, guys. That's how easy it is to create custom data for your video applications.